What's up, guys? My name's Dynasty. Got for y'all today another Mortal Kombat 11 video. Turns out I got for y'all some more details about the Kombat Cast dropping next week. Also, another studios in yesterday's Kombat Cast finally addressed the whole not being able to use custom variations in ranked matches situation. Also, there is a new ad for MK11 being posted across a bunch of random social media sites showing off Kronika rocking an all-new crown, which I think is super interesting. And lastly, we're discussing this again because it seems like in some capacity, the Switch version of MK11 is, yeah, you guessed it, kind of sort of being delayed. I know, it's a never-ending cycle. So with that said, let's break all this stuff down and let's get into it. So first things first, it's been confirmed that next week there's going to be another Kombat Cast showing off again another 3 characters that we saw yesterday. Those 3 characters, at the very least one, is confirmed to be D'Vorah. So yes, D'Vorah fans, after waiting months and months, like 2 months, to see D'Vorah gameplay in action, it's finally happening next week. So I'm so stoked to finally see D'Vorah. As for the other 2 characters, safe to assume it'll probably be Kitana and Frost because, well, Kitana, Frost, and Shao Kahn are like the only remaining characters we've not seen showcased in a Kombat Cast in some capacity. So yeah, I want to say it's probably Kitana, Frost, and D'Vorah next week, but very well could be Shao Kahn. But I think because he's a pre-order bonus, they probably save him for like the very last Kombat Cast before launch to get people to pre-order, but maybe I'm wrong. But yes, next week, another Kombat Cast, D'Vorah being confirmed to be showcased alongside 2 other characters. Now moving on to the next topic of the day. So like I mentioned, on Instagram, Twitter, wherever there could be like posted ads, YouTube pre-rolls, there's like a new trailer for MK11 that's essentially like the story mode trailer we saw from a month ago, but this time it gives us a new look at Kronika, and she's rocking this new crown right here. This has never been showcased in an actual, like, official release trailer for MK11, but it's always on these ads that keep popping up, so not sure why that is, but she's clearly wearing a new crown. Now, people were saying that maybe this is, like, customization for her, but it's like, well, she's a boss. You really can't customize your boss, so pretty sure it's going to be, like, essential to the story mode for MK11. You can see there's also, like, some green aura around the crown as well, so I don't know, some green aura there. There was like that green like Solnado behind Jax in the Jax trailer, in that story mode trailer. There was also the green mist around those monks that were getting like choked out, so not entirely sure if they're connected, but there's a new crown, there's some green mist around the crown. Surely that just means that this thing's probably OP, but there's a new look at Kronika rocking a crown. On to the next topic of the day. So a few days ago it was confirmed that in order for you to play ranked matches, you cannot use your custom variations that you'd create in MK11, and that rubbed a ton of people the wrong way. Now, because of that, NetherRealm Studios in the most recent Kombat Cast did address the whole situation in this clip right here.
We've seen everybody's concerns about the variation system in Mortal Kombat 11, and we just want everyone to know that we will be adding more variations for competitive play for each character throughout the lifetime of this game. And the variations that you saw in the beta are not the ones that are shipping with the game.
Correct, for the competitive modes.
Yes, competitive modes, yes.
There will be several presets that you can choose from, but
right.
the tournament ones are not the ones you saw in the beta.
Absolutely. We are also exploring the option for custom variations in ranked and tournament play in the future. So at launch, those who do want to play with completely customized variations will be able to do so in player matches.
Yes.
A couple other things just to kind of clear up any sort of confusion about things. I wrote this down. I wanted to make sure I got everything right.
You're doing great.
Thank you
You're
so
nailing
much.
it, yeah.
Bullet point 1. Gameplay affecting augments are disabled in player matches and all other online modes. Players are free to fully customize their variations, abilities in player matches, but then they cannot change their character's gameplay in any other ways.
Correct.
So,
Correct.
Characters and gear do not have stats in Mortal Kombat 11.
No.
It's different than our previous game.
Correct. No stats.
No stats.
Stats
Finally,
are gone.
Player match functions just like ranked match, but with custom variations. Matchmaking will, though, still be based on player skill.
Yep.
So, that's our statement for today. We'll definitely have more information on that in the future.
I really hope that clears some things up.
Definitely hope we clear some things up.
To be clear, the game, the day you get it, there'll be 2 variations to choose from.
So there you go. Now, it does suck how, I mean, at least at the beginning of the life cycle, if you were looking forward to using your own creative variation in ranked matches, that's not going to be possible, but they're going to be supplying us in time with more and more variations that we haven't even seen so far because they just confirmed everything in the beta is not we're going to see day one, the game drops, but they are at least open to using, or I guess testing, the idea of custom variations in tournament play and ranked matches. So just be patient, guys. Like I mentioned in my last video discussing this, they changed a game mechanic when it comes to like amplifying your moves. That was a big deal, so I can definitely see Random Studios will take the feedback they're given and hopefully come up with a solution that everybody likes for the most part. So just be patient. Things are always subject to change, and hopefully whatever they decide to finally do at the end of the day, it just gets universally, I guess, accepted and liked, because I would hate this to be like the downfall of MK11. The game hasn't even dropped yet, and people were like going crazy about this idea, and I don't know, just have to wait and see. But guys, moving on to the final topic of the day. So, I know, it's like beating a dead horse at this point. It's like, 1 week, the Switch version of MK11 is delayed, the next week it's not, vice versa. And it seems like, again, it's delayed, but in a very weird way, and only in a specific region. So it turns out that the guys over at GoNintendo.com wrote a really interesting piece that says, rumor, Mortal Kombat 11 retail release delayed to May 10th in the UK. Digital, though, still launches on the 23rd of April. Yeah, I'm telling you, this stuff is really weird. Now, the article reads, remember back when there was worry about MK11 on Switch not making the April 23rd release date of the other versions? That rumor has reared its ugly head again, but it's not as bad this time around. Now, it follows by saying Warner Bros. UK has supposedly confirmed that MK11 Switch's retail release is indeed delayed in the UK. It won't see launch until May 10th, 2019. The good news is the eShop version will launch on the 23rd of April. Not the ideal situation, but at least both versions aren't delayed. Now, it closes by saying, we don't know if this delay is just for the UK or other parts of Europe as well. As for any delay in the States, we haven't heard word on that either. So, again, such a weird situation where it's like, oh yeah, don't worry, the game's not delayed if you buy digitally, but if you want the physical version, it comes out May 10th. Now, at the very, I guess, worst case scenario here, you have to wait a few weeks. That's not really a big deal. But again, it just seems like this is happening in the UK and maybe other parts of Europe and not here in the States. It's really just such a weird situation because just recently people got a chance to play the game here at PAX East in Boston, and people were saying the game's running amazing, 60 FPS, it looks really good. So I don't think the game's getting delayed, but then something like this pops up and it's like, well, what's going on? So again, we're just a few weeks out. If anything gets delayed, hopefully they tell us like sooner rather than later. It would suck to like, a few days before the game drops. It's like, oh yeah, by the way, Switch version drops in May. So have to wait and see. But if you live in the UK and you're planning on buying physically, you might not be able to do that until the 10th, which kind of sucks. But guys, that is all I got for y'all today. A new Kombat Cast confirmed for next week. Still no word on if it's going to be like a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. No clue, but it is to be showcasing D'Vorah alongside 2 other characters in the game. The only other characters we've not seen showcased in a Kombat Cast, again, are Kitana, Frost, and Shao Kahn. I still would say, if I was a betting man, D'Vorah, Kitana, and Frost make the most sense. I think Shao Kahn, they probably are going to save for like the Kombat Cast right before the game gets released, because like I mentioned, he's a pre-order bonus. They probably at the very end want to be like, hey, you see this guy? He's kick-ass. The game drops in a few days. Pre-order and you get your hands on Shao Kahn. I can see him doing that. So if we do get to see Frost next week, I'm gonna lose my mind, because all but confirmed, Frost is a cyberized ninja, or at least bringing back these cyber initiatives. So I cannot wait to see Frost in action, because so much hype, so much speculation for who she is in this game. So looking forward to that. Also, Kronika rocking this new crown again. So odd how this is only showcased in like advertisements for MK11, but not in actual like official release trailers. So maybe it was an oopsie, maybe it's not, but I do think that is super interesting. Ranked matches also potentially being switched over to where you could use your own custom variations online. I hope that's the case, just because I think that's what people want to see. Me, I'm kind of indifferent. I really don't play ranked matches too much, but I can see where if you do, you're probably looking forward to that feature, and it not being an option does suck, but it's cool to see that the realm is at least open to the idea in the future of changing that. So again, guys, just let your mind be heard. Give them some feedback, because they do listen to our feedback. And lastly, the Switch version of MK11 going through, again, another whole delay situation, which I think is so weird. I really hope the game is can I see some gameplay? Like, we haven't even seen Switch gameplay at all. The game drops in a few weeks. That's kind of odd, right? So anyways, that's all I got for y'all today. Of course, if you did enjoy the video, please take 1 second, drop a like on it, subscribe for some more MK11 content. Next time, been your host from Dynasty. You guys, please take care, please stay safe, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.
Let's break it down. It all started in 92, dressed in all blue with some of the best fighting moves. I was also born in 92. Oh shit. Dynasty, pay attention to where I go with this. I didn't die in the events of the first game. That's the only difference. Here to hang like a rope chain. John Tobias, Ed Boon, y'all fucking amazing.